freedom. Always jumping through. I'm so tangled, I'm so worthy. I'm just lost in my reflection. Pay attention. You never will. I will overanalyze and fall victim. Myself, I'm still tangled, I'm not worried, 'cause I am caught up in this perfection. Pay attention, yeah, you never will. 'Cause you depend, so you always will. If you arrest yourself again, I'll help you clean up the mess. It's over. Do you need anything like I need you? I've got no place to be. just wanna change.
Yo, I just want the perfect girl.
I don't wanna hang around, I'd rather be
I'm about to crack open a 240.
I wonder,
Get jacked up today.
everyone's
Is it Thursday? I can't remember what day it is. It's Thursday, right? Or Friday in some parts of the world. I will never be alone again. I'm immune to the things they said. My heart's unbreaking. Your radiant truth, I know that you will understand, because I finally found myself. My heart's unbreaking. It's Thirsty Thursday. Hey, I just wanna change the world, but I'm not gonna wait my turn.
I don't ever want to come down,
I'd rather be found. It gets better, I wonder, my pleasure together. Everyone's waiting, anticipating. Let's go. I will never be alone again. I'm immune to the things they said. My heart's unbreaking. Your radiant truth, I know that you will understand, because I finally found myself. My heart's unbreaking. You're radiant. You're radiant. Yo. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Wow. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, no, no. Hey, I can't pretend. No, 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 no. Oh, I hope this never ends. It's about you. I will never be alone again. I'm immune to the things they said. My heart's unbreaking. Your radiant truth, I know that you will understand, because I finally found myself.
My heart's unbreaking.
You're radiant. You're radiant. Yo, yo, yo. Let's go. Oh, all right. Dude, quite the intro. Quite the intro. I like that song. It's a good tune. That was actually like, it's really weird, right? You know, because I don't listen to that music a lot. I hear it at the beginning of stream and shit. And there was a time when I used to be playing those songs all the time. But what I find fascinating about that era of the band was that it was like right before the biggest, most expansive, like, musical evolution in me, right? It was like I thought I had arrived. I had struggled, couldn't find a band up here. I stopped playing music for a while. I did acoustic shows. I started a recording studio out of my house. I had all but sort of given up. And then I went to Buffalo Exchange a used clothing store with a friend of mine, a girl. I had been recording her record, and she introduced me to her friend Nate, a drummer, and he and I hit it off. And a couple months later, we were like this thing, just electrifying audiences. And then we were recording with Larry Crane at Jackpot Studios. And it was like, oh my God, this is amazing. We have managers. Everything's going great. And I was having trouble writing lyrics, and I was uninspired, and I was like sad. And so I quit, and I pulled the plug. I had spent $7,000, every penny I had on that record. I said goodbye to Larry Crane, and I walked, and I started recording in my home studio. And a year later, I was like touring the country, and fucking like wild shit happened that I could never have expected, right? Isn't that weird? It was like how your life, you just can't always see what's in front of us. All right, so Southeast, let's go, boss. All right, so Southeast says, Adam McKay is not right-wing. He means 𝗙𝗽𝗏 Clinton Dems hold us back from achieving bold change because they think the status quo works. His movies are based with left-wing messages. And so Southeast, just so you know, he's referring to my tweet about Adam McKay. And here's the deal, though, Southeast, okay? I don't think Adam McKay is right-wing, okay? There's never any indication that this guy is a right-winger, okay? Not at all. You know what I'm saying? But it's about this post. I've never said that he was right-wing, okay? But what I did say is that when the Democrats lose, this guy gets a lot richer, okay? And so this guy can run around and be like, the Dems, they're not doing what we need them to. Fuck the Dems. We're going to bury the Dems because they're not satisfying us. And he's getting richer every time the Dems lose, okay? So for him, fixing the Dems is not really important to him. He can go be a Green Party candidate, Mr., fuck the Democrats, they're not doing enough, for his whole life. And his fortune will double or triple while everybody who is poor is fucking suffering. Okay. So my problem with him is not that he bashes the Dems, okay, or that he's right wing. My problem is that the Dems are better than the Republicans, and they may not be the answers, and they may not be doing enough, but him going to the Green Party and getting a fat ass tax cut while he sabotages the Democratic Party is not going to fix the Dems. Okay. So, I mean, this guy could run for office and get in there and change the Dems from the inside out, right? And be a voice in the party. Or he could actually get a bunch of investors and make the Green Party a viable party. But the fact of the matter is this guy is profiting off Democrat losses. And I don't like that. I don't like leftists who criticize the Dems and then profit when the Dems lose. Because to me, that's a little shady there, boss, right? You know what I'm saying? That's my beef, okay? That's my beef with him. And you know what's funny about this, though, is the other thing I will say is in most instances, the people that do this shit, that do this like the Democrats are even worse than the Republicans, they all happen to be rich, okay? Nobody does that when they have $50 in the bank. They only do that when they have $5 million invested in the market. You know what I'm saying? That's when they fucking do that. Right? You know what I mean? And I mean, this guy, though, he came out of retirement. This guy had left Twitter, and he literally came back to Twitter during the election year to just shit on the Democrats the entire time. And then complain when Trump won, okay? He complained, and now he's like, oh, I'm done with the Democratic Party. But it's like, yo, homie, maybe you should have gotten the Dems in power, and then you could have fought them, right? Then you could have, when they had some power, you could have held them accountable. But nope. So that's my beef with him, right? is every time somebody gets $100 million in the bank, all of a sudden they're like, fuck the Democratic Party. They're not doing enough. You know, meanwhile, fat tax cut, you know. So that's my beef. I honestly, though, guys, I don't think Adam McKay is a bad guy. Okay? I don't think he's a bad guy, dude. I think he means well. I just think that, you know, he definitely, there are better ways of him going about that activism, right? Let's go. You know, I just don't like rich people who sink the Dems and then like get a fat tax cut. Because, you know, the thing about this, guys, is here's the deal. Is the Democrats, have they done enough? No. Are they like sometimes Republican light? Yes. Are they like changing capitalism enough and getting us health care? No. But also, are they less harmful for the general population? Yeah. So, I mean, if we're going to be fighting for a better world, wouldn't you rather be fighting for a better world when the party in power is movable, right? Like, I do believe the Dems are movable. So wouldn't you want to get the Democratic Party in there and then fight them because they're movable and because the world doesn't completely suck when they're in there? Doesn't that make sense? More than like trying to fight a party that's not movable and that is going to just wreck the infrastructure and wreck the world. I mean, I don't know. To me, that makes a lot more sense. I don't see how having Republicans in there. I mean, I do see in the ancillary thing, like, you know, maybe there is some value that, you know, it got really bad with Trump, so Zohran Mamdani won in New York City. So there is some downstream benefits from Trump winning. But I guess, I don't know. I don't know if we let the Republicans keep winning and it gets super, like, Republican fascist. I don't know if that's going to translate to, like, a little bit more socialism. Maybe it will. Maybe these guys are actually smarter than me, and maybe we have to become a fascist country, and every one of us needs a Bible rammed so far up our asses, right? You know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean? But I guess, you know what's funny though, Southeast, is The Big Short was amazing. Okay, it really was. The Big Short, great movie. But I really wish these guys, with the kind of clout that these guys have, would run for office. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I wish these prominent leftists would run for office and win as a leftist. Because the thing is they're always saying, like, the Dems don't have the right platform. But, like, you don't see a lot of the people who say the Dems don't have the right platform. You don't see those people. Like, this guy should run on Medicare for all and win an election and show the people that what he's saying is true. See, look, I ran on Medicare for all. I won. Now I'm in Congress. Now I can pressure them from the inside. You know what I'm saying? And so I just, you know, I think, like, saying the party should do shit and getting a tax cut when the party loses it's a little weird, guys. All right, dance party goal, let's go. That's my spiel. But you know how I feel about that, right? You know what I'm saying? You know, oh, wait, whoops, hold on. The wrong goal. I did it with, let me remove that. That was the wrong goal. That was the $5 ones. But, dude, good movies, though, right? Good movies. Let's go. You're done with rich celebrities who have a voice and stay silent, right? You know, don't hate them, but need to be called out. You know, again, though, I don't hate right? Like for Adam McKay saying no group is worse for America than white liberals. It's like, no, the Republicans are worse. They're worse. You know what I'm saying? And like, you know, let's go, Steph. I mean, this guy's doing the MLK. White guy with 150 million in the bank is reciting MLK. Dude, Ella, Pine Box. Let's go, Pine Box dance party. Let's go. All right, but Adam McKay, though, we'll see. Let's see what he does. Let's see what he does. There's no doubt that the GOP is worse. And like, guys, you know what's so funny though? Here's the thing that I can't get over, okay? And hear me out on this. And I may be crazy, right? I may be crazy. I almost called you Elon, Ella, I think. Sorry about that. Don't hate me. But like, I may be crazy, guys, but can I just say this? And no disrespect to Adam McKay. I honestly think, and I'm not letting the Democratic Party off the hook because I know that they're just looking for power and they're fucking like, you know, trying to get their donors and their money and whatever. There's a lot of people in the Democratic Party that mean well, but the party apparatus is about winning elections and maintaining a financial network. And both parties have industries that they support and whatnot. They're all tied into the capitalist architecture of this country. But what I will say, guys, is I believe the ultimate issue with America is the voters, okay? I think American voters are like really bad decision makers, you know? And what do I mean by that? I mean, like, for example, guys, you ready for this? Everyone in America hates health insurance. Everybody does. We hate it. We know it sucks. It doesn't work right. It doesn't cover shit. We go bankrupt with it. It is so frustrating. And yet, the American voters won't vote for government-funded health care. They vote against government-funded health care. They vote for the shitty insurance. And then they complain about how bad the insurance fucks them over. And we do this shit routinely, okay? Red state Republicans, their economies will be wrecked. And they still vote for the Republicans because we don't make sensible voting decisions. People vote with their emotional, like, architecture, okay? If people are diehard Christians, they vote for the diehard Christians even if they're fucking everything up, even if they're ruining their life, okay? If people are tired of whoever's in office, they just vote for the opposite. You know what I mean? It's like we make really bad voting decisions consistently. We don't like, you know, like we have a significant, like 40% of America thinks socialism is bad. Even though they love the police department, the fire department, the roads, right? You know what I mean? They love having like public bathrooms when they go walking downtown, and they love the police and fire department and the parks and the libraries. And then they're like, socialism's bad. I'm going to go get on that highway. Right? I'm going to go get on a highway and go to the park and get a library book on the way back. And maybe stop by the fire department to say hi and thank them. And then I'm going to go type socialism is bad. Dude, it's like, what the fuck, bro? You know? And you know, you ready? I hate to say this, but I'm going to highlight what Jet Soul says here. I think this is accurate. Brother, they voted against healthcare because they don't want their tax money paying for black people to live. I mean, dude, you could say that that's the real issue with socialism in America. They don't have an issue with socialism. They have an issue because they want it to be white socialism. The white people, many of the white people in America want their tax dollars to only pay for the white people to have socialism, right? I mean, you could say that is fucking accurate. Dude, hey, 𝗙cie𝗶𝗹𝗀, dude, Paul is in the house. Dude, Jet, you ain't wrong. You ain't wrong. 𝗙�ស៊𝗏𝗧𝗏, dude. Dude, I need a little 𝗙cie𝗶𝗏𝗧, right? Dude, you know what it is, Bri Press? When you say this is one of those who is we situations, the group we need to focus on and educate are white people, okay? White people in America make bad voting decisions. White people do. They do. They keep doing it. White people keep making the worst voting decisions. Right? That's it. That's it. It is the white people in America that are the problem. I admit it. I fucking admit it, boss. Right? It is. You look at who's the majority that voted for fucking Trump. It's the white people. Right? Oh. They really dumb? They are really dumb. They do. They vote identity versus interest. I mean, guys, Missouri is a classic example. Missouri will vote for statewide senators and state representatives that are all anti-healthcare, anti-fucking, parental leave, anti any type of subsidy. And then Missouri themselves pass laws to protect all of that shit for themselves. Right? Because that's really what it is, man. That's really what, like, we don't really want to get into it, but it's true. It's like a lot of, and it's not all white people, but a significant majority of white people want socialism, but only if it's for white people, right? Dude, 5 Alarm Fire said, I'm going to say this one time. I served in the military for 17 years in Europe until the last IED ended my career. I'm sorry, boss. Americans don't know the benefits of that system because they've never felt it. Dude, 5 Alarm, you know what I'm saying, dude? You're not wrong. And I'm really sorry that you fucking had a military, like, career-ending injury. And I hope you're well taken care of. And I hope you're getting some, like, good therapy, EMDR or something for the trauma that must have induced. But you're right? We've never felt it. And you know why, though? You know why is because I don't think we've ever experienced it like, Europe got decimated, okay? Like the whole continent got ravaged by war, 2 world wars in like a matter of 30 years to where you guys needed help. You needed help to get back on your feet. You know what I'm saying? And like, and so you guys got to experience what it's like to like build up with help, and America, we never got that. We've either been genociding native peoples or stealing land, or we fought each other in the Civil War. And then we were like, no more slavery. And they're like, well, we got to have slavery. And they're like, okay, we'll move it to the jails. And they're like, okay, deal. We're going to start passing laws to put all the black people in jail. And they're like, all right, we'll pretend that's not happening. And thank you, right? That's what we did. That's what we did in America for 100 years after the Civil War. We like just moved slavery into the jails and then pretended like everyone in the South wasn't passing laws that put all the black people right back into slavery, right? And then 100 years later, we finally fought back against that, thanks to like Malcolm X and MLK and a bunch of young college students who were like, fuck this, bro. Fuck this shit. This is not okay. Like, dude, we've never experienced it. We've never experienced like being taken care of, right? You're from Missouri? Dude, I have some family in Missouri, guys. I have family in Springfield. I do. I have family in Springfield. We went there like 10 years ago. Dude, thank you, boss. Appreciate you, 5 Alarm. Glad you're here, man. Appreciate your insight. Dude, are you but you're American military. You're American military, served in Europe. Right? Dude, yeah, no, for-profit prisons are ghoulish. You're from St. Louis? Let's go. Dude, I had a really fun show in St. Louis. I like St. Louis. And in fact, a girl that I know from here moved to St. Louis. She lives there now. I really like St. Louis. It's pretty cool, man. I don't know, dude. There's a lot of passion in fucking St. Louis. A lot of super creative artists and shit. Like a burgeoning art scene. I don't know what it's like now, but like 20 years ago, they had a really good art and indie music scene in St. Louis. Dude, Springfield, though, guys, is rough, boss. Right? Your job moved you to Alabama. Oh, dude, that is a lateral step down. Dude. Oh, shit. All right. Dude, it does. Well, you know, all those, like, everybody on the Mississippi guys has a pretty crazy history. But all right, dude, thank you guys for the I don't know, to the person who put the Adam McKay thing in there. Dude, I can't remember who it was. Hold on, I'm gonna find out. Dude, I just want you to know, so Southeast Coys, dude, I understand why Adam McKay is mad, okay? I understand the fucking disdain for the Democratic Party and for, everybody being, getting, I don't know, everybody got comfortable in their politics. And then a black man became president and we all thought the world was just fixed. I don't like people who trash the Democratic Party and get a tax cut when they lose. That bothers me, right? Why am I on Top Chat? I'm not. I'm on live chat, boss, right? I'm on live chat. I've been on live chat, boss. But dude, I don't know, dude. I'd love to talk to Adam McKay, though. I would. I'd love to sit down with him. Dude, The Big Short was an incredible movie, dude. Dude, it was. 5-alarm fire. To blow your mind, I'm also an atheist in Alabama that actually lives more like a Christian than the Christians here. Let's go, 5-alarm. Dude, that I'm not surprised about. Dude, guys. All right, you ready? Hold on. I know where we're starting, guys. We're starting at my hometown, okay? And you know why? Check this out. Hold on. Yo! Oh, shit. Hey, guys, it's Watertown, Wisconsin calling. That's my hometown. That's where I was born in Wisconsin. Yeah? Oh, you guys are anti-LGBTQ shitbags. Oh, yeah. Well, you know what? I knew that. I knew it. I wasn't expecting you to make fucking national news, but all right, we're going to look into it. Yo, Watertown, I got one message for you, buddy. Okay? I appreciate everything you did, like letting me grow up there, but, fuck you. All right, bye-bye. Talk to you. Dude, all right, 5-alarm, let's go. So last night, after stream, I looked in my text messages and I got a message from my son who was like, Dad, did you hear about the Watertown school board? And I'm like, no, I did not. And what I woke up to, guys, was this. Look at this, dude. My hometown of Watertown, Wisconsin, population like 20,000, made some national news. Okay, and why? Because the school board voted to remove a band concert song that was tied to the Stonewall uprising, okay? And for those of you who don't know, if you've been living under a rock, Stonewall was when, it was routine in New York for the cops to come in and just bust gay bars. They would come in, for any reason whatsoever, they'd beat some people up, they'd arrest some people, they'd break some shit, and just otherwise terrorize the LGBTQ community when they were having a bad day or feeling ornery about something. They would go beat up some gay people. And they were getting away with this like forever. And then one day they went to the fucking, they went to the, on the day of the Stonewall uprising. One day they went to this gay club and the gay people and the trans people at the club were like, you know what? Fuck you. And they fought back. And a whole bunch of people showed up, like throngs of people. And then the cops hid inside the bar and the news media showed up. And it was like they basically like took over the fucking street and forced the cops into the bar where they were boarded up and worried that they were going to get, dragged out and beaten. Okay? So that was one of the first movements. That's where pride parades come from, is they come from the Stonewall uprising, okay? All right? And it was the Stonewall Inn in Greenwich Village. Okay, that's where it was. Stonewall Inn in Greenwich Village. All right. And they forced the cops in and were like, screw you guys. Okay. We're fucking, right? We're not going to be oppressed anymore. And so this is where pride parades came from. Okay. Now, what I guess is at issue here in Watertown, okay, is that there is, it says, what it was is, here's the Watertown High School students that did a walkout. Okay, they walked out of class, fourth hour, to protest the school board's decision to remove a song tied to LGBTQ history. Now, guys, this song didn't even have words. There's no words, guys. It is just music. Okay, the school board voted 7-1 to remove the instrumental piece, A Mother, a Revolution, from the spring band concert. The song honors transgender activist Marsha P. Johnson and the 1969 Stonewall Uprising. They voted 7-1. 7 out of the 8 members of my fucking hometown's school board voted to nix a lyric-less song honoring a trans activist and the Stonewall Uprising in, let me check, 2026, bro. Isn't that insane? Hold on. Lens, Watertown is crazy right now over a song without words. Yes! Dude, isn't that shit wild, guys? Now, I want to read you my tweet, okay? I want to read you my tweet because I think what I wrote is actually really important, guys, okay? Let me read you my tweet. I know I could paraphrase it, but I felt pretty eloquent last night when I typed this. But here's what I said. I said, this is crazy. I grew up in Watertown, Wisconsin, went to grade school and middle school there. It's a place rife with Assembly of God and Catholic churches and sexual abuse. And let me just tell you guys, the sexual abuse in Watertown is fucking rampant. Okay, when I was in 9th grade, I called my dad's old boss in Los Angeles and arranged for him to get his job back. Why? Because I wanted to get the fuck out of Watertown. It worked too. I made arrangements and got my family moved back to LA so I could go to college in California and actually have a shot. And I did. I went to UCLA. Of course, the town is still stuck in this religious whack job kind of timeline where they're fighting against LGBTQ people while most certainly ignoring all the abuse that exists in Watertown. And let me tell you guys, the rampant abuse there is a ton of alcoholism. Watertown, Wisconsin had like 50 taverns for a small town, like the highest per capita tavern ratio in all of the state. There's literally every corner has 4 taverns. The people are depressed. The job economy sucks. Property values are depressed. There's a ton of alcoholism. There's always been drug issues, rampant sexual abuse, right? The churches are like super stringent and manipulative. And like, dude, the place just, it's awful. You know, it's like depression. Okay. The last time I went back there, I saw one of my friends who I had known in 8th grade, and he was a drunk and he had gotten a woman pregnant. There's a ton of domestic violence, like a lot of domestic violence, guys, like an exorbitant amount, because wherever you have alcoholism and depressed economy, the women always bear the brunt of that. But this guy, he had been a good friend of mine, and he was like living in his car. He had gotten a woman pregnant. He was fucking struggling with drugs, but like he had no hope. Okay. That's the thing. Like a lot of people in Watertown have no hope. Okay. And I said, I'm pulling for the students there. Keep fighting and standing up for people. Don't let these religious zealots wear you out. We will win. And so, yeah, man, isn't that crazy though, guys? That is fucking wild. Okay. And so you ready? Let's watch the video here. Let's see.
Students and parents are fighting back after the Watertown School Board voted last night to remove a song tied to LGBTQ+ history from the high school's band concert. WMTV's Cameron Kelly takes us to Watertown High School, where students walked out of class 4th hour in support of the band.
Watertown High School students are expressing their concerns, leaving class one by one.
I don't know why, just because it's an LGBTQ history, we can't allow kids to talk about it or play pieces related to it.
This comes after the school board voted 7-1 Tuesday night to remove the instrumental piece, A Mother of Revolution, from the spring band concert.
Personally, for me, I have various friends who are in the LGBTQ community, and I am one of them as well.
The song honors transgender activist Marsha P. Johnson and the 1969 Stonewall Uprising.
Not a good role model for kids to look up to at all.
A mile up the road, John Markle, who attended the high school and is a longtime resident, says he's happy about the board's decision.
Dude, look at this guy. Dude, this guy has the RFK Jr. nuclear reactor tan. Dude, homie, where'd you get that tan there, buddy? Oh, I go to the wood-fired oven. Fucking stick my head in there, go lay down in my fucking bikini at the nuclear reactor. Oh, Jesus. Dude, 5 Alarm Fire says this is from a victim and survivor of sexual abuse raised in a Christian household when I was 9 from a church member that my parents forced me to go. My dad told me some guys are just that way. Man, 5 Alarm, I'm sorry, boss. I've been there. Dude, I was abused by 2 half-brothers, so I feel your pain, boss. And I get it, dude. Oh, shit. Here we go. This guy likes the decision.
If you think of Marsha Johnson as the mother of a revolution, that's confusing a little bit there. And that brings controversy to it.
Markle believes students should not be taught about LGBTQ+ history.
I don't think it's healthy. It's not good curriculum. It's radical curriculum, and this particular piece, indoctrination for sure.
Dude, this guy is fucking brain dead, bro. Holy shit. Dude, that motherfucker could not even spell indoctrination. I'm telling you right now, I bet you any money, dude, that, right? I bet you any money.
Students want to learn about it.
There's been discrimination for years. There's been violence against gay people. There's plenty of people who have died just because they were trans or if they were interested in the same sex, and that's not okay.
The district's 2025 controversial topics policy restricts how teachers can discuss LGBTQ+ history in the classroom.
I can guarantee you not everybody out here is a liberal or whatever, but they all see what the school board doing is wrong and censorship, and it sets a terrible, terrible precedent.
I asked the school board for comment, but I have not heard back yet. We also asked them for comment immediately after last night's meeting. Reporting in Watertown, Cameron Kelly, WMTV 15 News.
Dude.
Cameron, thank you.
WMTV. Now, guys, I do want to point out something. 2 things. One is what
censorship, and it sets a terrible, terrible precedent.
One is what this person said right here. Not everybody in this Watertown crowd is liberal, okay? And that, dude, I have fucking goosebumps right now. And guys, that's really big right there, is the fact that there are plenty of kids in Watertown, in those small Wisconsin towns, that are not liberals. But like, they're over this anti-LGBTQ stuff too, man. The young people are. The young people are like, fuck all this gender weirdness. Okay, you know what I'm saying? And this is something that the MAGA and the GOP are going to have to contend with down the pipe, is the fact that like LGBTQ people exist, and I know they're trying to put the cap on it with all this bullshit and libs of TikTok, but like the young generations are way over this shit, with the exception of these total evangelical zealot weirdos. Dude, 5 Alarm, let's go. I didn't get to see your message, but thank you, boss. Appreciate you. All right. But so that is one thing that I do want to point out, that, I feel like the overreaction to these LGBTQ issues they're going to have some Age of Aquarius type results as generations come in and no longer desire to have that be a political point of view. Okay. I know it's been used as politics, but I feel like that's going to get challenged more and more. Now, the other thing I do want to point out, though, is look at this fucking guy, bro. Look at this school board member. This guy right here, Sam O'Neill, this Nick Sortor looking guy with the weird, like, what's up with the fucking Hitler mustache, boss? This is the guy that was the ringleader of trying to shut this down. Okay, right? So sick of this crap, boss. Ella, I'm with you. To be clear, I am not anti-LGBTQ community. What happened to me just happened by a PDF. Yeah, no, I know. Well, and you know what's funny? 5 Alarm is like one of the half brothers who molested me. He's not gay. Okay, right? One of them we think is gay. But one of them was not gay, not by a long shot. And so, like, even when it's a male-on-male molesting, that's not, because the molestation, the essay has nothing to do with the sex. So, like, straight men will molest boys, right? And you know what I'm saying? It happens, too. It's because it's a power thing, right? It is a power thing. But this is the guy, though. Look at this guy. This is the ringleader of it. This Sam O'Neill, right? Fucking, yeah, they always look weird. Dude, he looks just like Nick Sortor, though, guys. He does. They all look like, all of these right-wing weirdos look fucking bizarre. Hold on, we're going to look at it. We got 2 minutes. All right, guys. Holy shit, we need 19 in 2 minutes, guys. JD, Vice POTUS. Big old Catholic, anti-lib as they get. Go figure. JC himself was the biggest lib in the Middle East. Yes, he was. All right, we got to crank him in, guys. We got 1:45. We got to secure the dance party. Dude, Lynn's video is so confused about things I don't understand. Yeah, we're gonna do the Nick Sortor, Sam O'Neill fucking comparison in a minute. All right, 17, guys, 17. Oh shit, we're gonna have to go into extra innings. Dude, the Mariners won today. Yeah. In fact, though, what 2Hinge said is true, is that LGBTQ people are, in fact, victimized by abusers at a much higher rate. Okay? Pine scented trash bag, let's go. Dude, it's getting scary out there, NLG, let's go. Not gonna lie, you're not wrong. Dude, Lucy Lou's mom, let's go, guys. Let's go. Dude, we're halfway there. Oh, shit. 15. We got this. Woo, 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 woo. The dance is not looking good, dude. We'll get the dance. We'll go into extra innings. I'm not worried. I forgot it. I forgot about it. But now I'm getting responsible. That was my bad. I fucked up. Dude, we'll go into extra innings, guys. What do we got? Let's go, Katie Mullins. Let's go. 20 seconds. 14 away. You have conversations with many content creators. Am I available to talk? I mean, I talk on stream for the most part, 5 Alarm. I don't really have conversations with people off stream. Dude, let's go, Gen Alpha. We'll save the world. Yes, they will, Regal. I mean, it's just like because of my own, you know, like, I don't know. I guess the like my own parasocial boundaries. I tend to keep things on stream conversations, right? Because crossing that boundary with audience members can get weird. Best late night show in town. Thanks. You're welcome, Beard. We can talk in here all the time, dude. MJD, let's go. Right? Or if we see each other one day at a live event. But I tend to keep a pretty like strong boundary between the off stream. Go M's, JP Marine, let's go. It's just for my own mindset. So all right, so we're 13 away, guys. All right, so hold on. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna start another goal, and we'll do 15. It looks like I'm getting 2 bonus ones out of this. All right, let's go. There we go. I deserve it though. All right, there it is. Yeah, no, it's good. I mean, it's hard because, you know, I think what it is too is hold on. All right, let's see. 15. We're going to go short time because we're going to bang it out. So what happened, guys, for me, the reason it started was because I started in gaming. Okay, whoops. There we go. There it is. So for me, right, I started in gaming, and then all the gaming people were like underage, right? So I had a policy with like my gamer teammates or whatever that I did Fortnite events with. I never had any contact with them off stream, right? If we were having a meeting for the team, we had it on stream because obviously I wasn't going to have conversations with underage people off stream. So then somebody could try to like set me up to be canceled or some shit. So that's where it started with me. But then what I noticed though is I noticed a lot of other streamers. I watched a lot of streamers I know get into complications where like sometimes they would then develop a friendship with somebody, and then when you're like, if you have a friendship with somebody, you start treating them different, and then it just gets weird. It gets weird. It can get confusing. It can get confusing for us too, because if we know a lot about somebody, then we might end up having squishy boundaries. You know, I don't know. The chat makes it different. But I will say this though, 5 Alarm, we can always talk in here. And if there's ever an event or something, we see each other out in the real world, we can talk then too, right? I'm totally open to that, right? You know, go have a cup of coffee or something, you know, right? Beating allegations, dude. Dude, I'm never getting allegations. That's not going to happen. I'm good about that shit. Dude, it's hard. It's hard. I think it's particularly hard for young people, guys. Young people, because young people are like trying to make friends, you know, and it's lonely being a streamer. So for a young person, I think they sometimes become friends or confidants with their chat members, and it gets like super complicated. I've seen a lot of young guys grapple with that. I don't know how people are streamers at like 21. I don't know how people do it. 5 Alarm, no way, dude. Oh my God, you are crazy, boss. Thank you, 5 Alarm. 5 Alarm said, I understand you. It's difficult for me to talk with TYT or Midas Touch. Sometimes I do, however, speak with many content creators on personal levels, and I get you. Discord is the best form of conversation. You can always hang up. Yes, indeed. Dude, thank you so much, boss. Dude, we do have a Discord. It's down in the fucking... down there, and like we're always chatting in Discord. We have a lot of chats in Discords. Let go! Oh shit! Dude, 5 Alarm's making it rain, dude. 5 Alarm from Bama. Oh shit, boss. All right, guys. Let's go. We are 14 away. Or no, 12 away. We are 12 away. Oops. I don't know what the hell that was. Dude, let's go. Dude, MJ, MJD, MJ, let's go. I think that other one may not have registered, dude. YouTube's being fucking weird, boss. All right, we're going to get this. We're going to get this. Oh, shit. You have live chats and comments? Let's go. Julie, let's go. Appreciate you. Dude, yeah, 5 Alarm rocks, dude. Everybody rocks, boss. We're going to get this. All right, so I'm going to go back into the 𝗙cie𝗶𝗹𝗀. We're going to finish this up while we finish the thing. I'm not going to let the time go, okay? But look at the fucking guy, dude. So look at 𝗙cie𝗶𝗹𝗀, right? Okay, here's 𝗙cie𝗶𝗹𝗀. This is kind of like how he normally looks. But tell me that these guys are not like the same fucking guy, bro. Look at him. I mean, this guy's got more of a Hitler stash, but they are like the same person, dude. Dude, total goobers. Goober is such a great word, dude. Fucking goobers, dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? Dude, they are painfully unfuckable. Yes. Dude, that is a great way of putting it. Painfully, like skin crawlingly unfuckable, dude. You know? And you know what's funny about it too, guys, is they have the mustaches of like 17-year-olds. Okay? You know what I'm talking about. We've all been there when you're like 17 and you try to grow a mustache, but it really just looks like a shadow on your lip because you don't really grow any hair and you're just like, you know, have just gotten into puberty and shit. And so you have the most awkward looking mustache ever. We've all been there. We've all had one. I had one. I watched, you know, my son go through that 17-year-old mustache phase, right? Dude. And I mean, but this guy is like 40 and he's still rocking the fucking, you know, the high school mustache. Dude, Linz, let's go. Go Red Can. Let's go. Whoa. Dude, they do. They all look alike. They act alike, right? They're all bums. They're bums, I say. Bums. Bums, I say. Oh. You had a goatee in middle school? Oh, shit. That's crazy. Yeah, no, I was not growing hair, dude. You know what I'm saying? Discord is down in the description. Very bottom of the description will be a Discord link. Dude, I still can't believe this though, guys. How is it that my hometown, okay? My hometown is fucking in the national news. Crazy. All right? So let's see their vote real quick. Since we're here, let's watch. They had this 7-1. They voted 7-1 to nix this thing. Now, I guess the vote got. I guess the thing got pretty contentious. There was some arguing. All right, here we go. Where is it? There's the walkout. Let's go. Oh, here he is.
This is just kind of a timeline of how everything was sent out, how everything was set up. My main point is I just want to talk about how this was, I actually agree with quite a number of the people who came up. This was talked about last October. This was decided on last October. And although there was some discussion and there was some question of it, it did not rise to the board when it should have. So first and foremost, yes, this should have been talked about 6 months ago. The reason this is still being talked about in spite of its short timeline is because the nature of the piece and the nature of the intent of teaching the piece does not follow policy. The policy 22 40, the controversial issues in the classroom policy, states the board will permit use of controversial issues provided that their use does not tend to indoctrinate or persuade students to a particular point of view.
Dude, what the fuck, bro? Like, having a lyricless song played by the band is the least indoctrinating point of view on planet Earth, okay? Dude, Pooyan, let's go! Thank you, boss! Let's go, dude. C-Punk, let's go! Dude, thank you, boss. I mean, guys, that is some bullshit. This whole indoctrinating, because you know what they mean, right? They mean if it shows LGBTQ people in a positive light at all, it's indoctrination. That's what it is. Anything that's positive, that like, yeah, LGBTQ people are not demons, right? Okay, indoctrination, right? You know? All right, 5 minutes, let's go. Let's go, 5 minutes, guys. Let's hit this up. Here it is. Here's a taste of the dance party. All right, we're getting it. We're getting it. Dude, you wouldn't last 5 minutes. I know. Jay knows. Can I just tell you, Jenny and I were talking today because I thought about maybe going back to Watertown to run for Congress in that district. But I was like, dude, I don't think I could live there. Okay. You know, a year and a half ago, we were looking at houses in Watertown and seriously contemplating a move back there. We couldn't find a good house, which is why we didn't like jump on it. But I was thinking about it. If I'd found a good house and something we could get, maybe we would have done it. But I don't know if I could live there. You know, 4 minutes, guys. Let's get it. Dude, let's go. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but we're going to watch the rest of that. That was some bullshit. All right, guys. We need like 11, right? It says 12 on there, but technically we only need 11. But we'll giddy up, right? Yeah, I just don't know if I could live there. I mean, I still keep in touch with some people from my childhood. Dude, C-Punk, let's go. There it is, guys. 4 minutes. All right. All we need is like 3 a minute, and we got this. Dude, MJ, let's go. Dude, we're banging. Dude, here's a little Paula to get you excited. Sakatara, sakatara. Sakatara. Let's go. Dude, yeah, indoctrination, it means, to them, it means you're not negative, okay? If you say it's bad, you're fine. If you don't say it's bad, you're indoctrinating. Dude, let's go, Steph Sells. Let's go. It's only $2, folks. Let's go. Dude, 5 Alarm says, I'm unable to accept the invite. Please send it to me. All right, mod, somebody send them the invite, boss, all right? Or put it in the chat, right? Somebody can copy and paste that Discord link in chat. Curbing accepting immigrants from the U.S. and Canada. Oh, dude, that's crazy. All right, 3 minutes, guys. Let's go. Viva Bruce Springsteen. I love Bruce Springsteen. Dude, thank you so much, 5 Alarm. Three minutes, 2 minutes. Ooh. Yeah, there it is. Thank you, Bradshaw. Appreciate it. Dude, let's go, MJ. All right, here we go, guys. Final 2 minutes. 7 away, 7 away. Ayo, ayo, ayo. Sticking it out? Yeah, no, I'm sticking it out. Dude, C-Punk, let's go. Steph Sells, let's go. Here it is. Oh, shit. 5 away, baby. We got this. Yo. Hey-ho.
Legalized comedy.
Yeah, let's go. 5 away, dude. Because of family, yeah. I mean, a lot of people just can't pick up and move. You know what I'm saying? Like packing up and moving across, you know what I'm saying? Like my son just moved to Brooklyn. And let me just tell you, they spent a grip of money. 5 away, guys. 5 more. We got this. He spent a grip of money, dude. He saved money for 2 years, and that shit is gone. Dude, MJ, let's go. 3 away, guys. Steph Sells, let's go. We're final minute. That other one will fucking catch up. We're only 3 away. That is incorrect. Dude, legalize comedy. Let's go. That's for our MAGA members of the chat. If you're MAGA, this is for you. Dude, Steph Sells, let's go. Sam Gilbert, let's go, boss. Dude, let's go C-Punk, let's go. There it is, goal. Oh, let's fucking go, baby. I'm not weird. I swear I'm not weird. Oh, shit. Dude, let's go. Dude, a grip. Dude, a grip. Let's go. Dude, that I use grip a lot. It must be, maybe it's a California thing. I didn't know if it was a California thing. But I've definitely used grip, right? In more ways than one. All right. You ready? You ready? Let's get into it. Weird is good? Yeah. No, I know. I'm pretty weird. But all right, let's see this guy.
In the original letter sent out by the teacher, he states that the goal is to teach this as a fulfillment of a music as activism standard. This is not included in state or federal standards, but this was the intent. It talks about, as some other people have mentioned, connecting the Stonewall Uprising and LGBTQ+ history to modern perspectives. He clarifies later on that this means teaching the children to express empathy or emotional alignment, resilience, and pride with the events of Stonewall.
Yeah, and how is that indoctrinating? Oh, because it's not teaching them to be ashamed of themselves.
Later on, he explains that some of the example questions are going to be, how can composers use music to honor underrepresented voices? What role does music play in shaping cultural identity and historic memory? And then reinforces that the goal is to foster empathy, which is again, emotional alignment, cultural awareness, and respect for the events of Stonewall.
Yeah, dude, oh my God, boot in the ass for these fools.
This is very obvious in the original letter, and there was pushback from some families, after which he sent out a clarifying letter and started to roll back some of the claims that had been made earlier. My concern is that that's not the case. I saw this happen while I was in school, that just because someone says they're going to do something, it doesn't necessarily follow through. If you look on the second page of his letter, he does clarify, in contrast to what we were told earlier. He says, if you have questions about the unit or would like to review the instructional materials in advance, please contact me. This is not something that was going to be played merely as a music piece. It was going to be played specifically as an exercise in learning activism in music. The reason I brought this forward was because I thought this was...
Dude, fucking douchebags.
This is a perfect example of what everyone sitting at this table ran on, which was ending indoctrination in the classrooms and ending radical curriculum.
Dude, you know what's crazy? Is like, listen to the people in the fucking audience, bro. Like...
We heard all of you speak. Please be polite enough to let us speak too. Thank you.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, no offense. I don't think these fucking swollen hags should be speaking, bro. Seriously. You know, if you wonder why American education sucks, like yesterday we were talking how test scores are in the shitter and American educational system is dog shit, it's because you have people like this running fucking school boards, boss. There you go. There's the problem. Okay, these people are too busy sheltering and trying to rub people's genitals with the Bible to actually like educate anybody. You know what I'm saying?
Indoctrinating yourselves. Yeah. Yes.
You've been listened to but not heard.
Yeah.
I think this is a great example of what happens when for decades in schools, we teach these ideas and we validate a lack of civility. We validate a lack of civility. We validate riots, violent behavior. It leads to social unrest. It leads to people trying to cut off and silence other people, which starts off as yelling, talking over people, and eventually results in what we've seen over the last several years.
Yeah, it's true.
I think my point is being made fairly clearly here.
Yeah, your point is being made that you're a bitch. Biatch. That's the point, dude. Dude, right? You know what's so funny is like, yeah, let me just tell you, sitting up here and being like, you know, I am the arbiter of your morality. That's what causes unrest. Okay, when you start saying that you're the arbiter of my morality, that is an act of war. Okay, they don't seem to understand, but when you try to control other people's bodies or control other people's morality, you are committing an act of war. And so that is the first violence. Is you trying to take control of another individual's morality, their sexuality, their body. That's the first act of violence. You just because you haven't used a sword does not make it any less violent. So when there is a riot or unrest, as this guy says, that is merely a response to the violence you have already committed, Mr. fucking school board with the 17-year-old mustache. You dumb fuck. Oppression is violence. All right? And that's it. So the social unrest is just a response to your violence. And I don't want to hear it. But I will say this, guys. This is why I got out of Watertown. This is my hometown, man. Dude, I still have a bunch of family that lives there, too, that are stuck there. And let me just say, the last thing I want to say is this idea that, you know, learning to have empathy for LGBTQ people is not radical, guys. That is not radical. You know what's radical? What's radical is being the only developed nation without nationalized health care. That is radical. You know what's radical? Having a $1.5 trillion military budget. That's radical. You know what's radical? Funding, you know, genocides in the Middle East. That's radical. You know what's radical? Watching Ukraine get invaded by Putin and then trying to blackmail Ukraine for their resources. That's radical. Okay, threatening Greenland is radical. Okay, kidnapping the fucking president of Venezuela and talking about making that country the 51st state for the oil companies. That is fucking radical. Saying, yo, LGBTQ people, you're safe here. That's not radical, guys. If telling LGBTQ people they're safe and they deserve love is radical, then you need to fucking move to North Korea and shut the fuck up. Yo, wait. All right, hold on. Yo. Hey, it's the guy from the school board. Yo, Nick Sortor looking dumbass motherfucker. I just watched your video, buddy. You have no idea what social unrest is. Dude, your face is social unrest. The minute women see your face, their vaginas start rioting, boss. It is a revolt. Drinks are being covered. Vaginas are drying up like the Sahara. Dude, you need to GTFO. All right? All right. Yeah, talk to me. Fuck you, buddy. Bye-bye. There you go. All right. Oh. All right. Rant over and scene. Dude. All right. Woo. Let's go. Let's go. Dude, that is crazy, bro. Dude, so look at this, right? Leftist groups, one protester held a sign calling for the murder. Dude, oh shit. That's funny. Dude. Yeah, here he is, this guy. Dude, look at him, bro. Oh my God. This guy is so, like, closeted. It, like, hurts. I'm serious, dude. Dude, my gaydar just like blew a circuit. There's smoke pouring out of the back of my gaydar from this guy. Dude, he's got seven followers, bro. Dude, I don't know, guys. That seems high, right? It really seems high, doesn't it? Oh shit, bro. Dude. Bro, wow. All right. Thank you, Sam. We appreciate you, boss. Not really. Get shit on. All right. Moving on. Oh, man. Dude, what are we doing, bro? What are we fucking doing, boss? All right. That shit is crazy. All right, let's look at fucking Nicki Minaj. All right, we are going to look at Nicki Minaj, guys. Nicki Minaj is chaosing. I thought this article, let me see if I saved one, okay? The bookmarks. We got Elon. We're going to look at the Spencer Pratt one. We have to look at that. We're going to look at, okay. Yeah, we do. Yeah, all right, let's see what we got here, dude. So we've seen the Nicki Minaj shit,
I will say that,
right? We got Nicki Minaj like filming her little content with 𝗙𝗍𝗪𝗏. Remember this video, guys? I don't know if you remember this, where they were doing the little TikTok thing together. Whatever, Nicki and 𝗙𝗍𝗪𝗏. Okay, then she's appearing with Trump.
to change, and the change is not going to, and then that's not going to change, and the hate or what people have to say, it does not affect me at all. It actually motivates me to support him more.
We're good.
It's going to motivate all of us to support him more.
Yeah, then we're going to give you lots of motivation because we're never going to let you motherfuckers off the hook.
We're not going to let them get away with bullying him and, you know, the smear campaigns. It's not going to work, okay? He has a lot of force behind him, and God is protecting him.
Dude, God is not behind a rapist and Epstein best friend. I'm sorry. If your God is behind Donald Trump, the adulterous Epstein grapist, you do need to get a new God.
Amen.
All right, so there's her little speech about Trump, right? Look at her. Now, here's what. You ready? So let me just tell you this, okay? So what she said is this. Here's her story. We all saw her flip, okay, to, you know, JD the assassin. Remember? Oh my God. Dude, let's find that clip. I want to watch that before we talk about her. But JD the assassin. Oh shit, guys, remember? Right here.
And what do you think about for young men? For young men.
And for young men, don't be Newsom. Yes, see, dear young men, you have amazing role models like our handsome, dashing president.
Dude, she doesn't even know what she's saying.
And you have amazing role models like the assassin J.D. Vance, our vice president. And when I say that,
Dude. What?
Trust me, there's nothing new under the sun that I have not heard, so you're
Dude.
fine.
What the fuck?
Yes, we did.
Dude.
I love you.
Oh, yeah. Dude, what an idiot. Like, she is like, what the fuck? Oh, my message for young men, Newsom, are beautiful, whatever. Take me 5 minutes to say Donald Trump because I have no idea what I'm saying because I don't really have a message. And then the assassin, J.D. Vance, and then her being like, oh my fucking God, what did I just say? You can even see her. Look at her when she's like, oh my God. Like, what did I just say? And Erika's like, oh, that's fine. You can talk about assassins. She's like, you know, Nicki, we're so happy to have you. You could probably like urinate on a cadaver and nobody would even have a problem with it. Dude, isn't that wild? Like, mental. But anyway, so Nicki Minaj revealed why she switched. Okay, and here's Eric Doherty's take on it. It says, wow, Nicki Minaj has just revealed that she went full pro-Donald Trump MAGA mode because Governor Gavin Newsom completely ignored her when she was the victim of swatting calls. Okay, so she was like swatted, which I'm not going to discount swatting. Okay, swatting sucks. It can be very dangerous. People can get hurt. I was a Twitch streamer for years. I know a lot of fucking people who've been swatted. That can be some dangerous shit. However, Nicki Minaj, she thinks when she gets swatted, she gets to like call up the governor and be like, yo, hi, governor, this is Nicki. I got swatted. So now I'm going to need you personally to like answer my calls and to do what I want you to do. And it's like, yo, that's not the governor's job, okay? So she was upset that Gavin Newsom wouldn't be her personalized governor to solve her swatting calls. And so she called up Trump, who's like, yeah, I will be your personal president because we know Donald Trump doesn't give a shit about anybody except the people who have his phone number, right? Joe Rogan can text and ibogaine gets, you know, FDA approved. But like millions of voters said, hey, we don't want a war. And he's like, fuck you. I'm going to go to war and I'm going to run everything up. Okay. So she was upset that she wasn't getting personalized attention from the governor. Okay. That's what her messaging was about that was, let me see if she's got a thing here. All right. I don't know if she says it. It was from a Time magazine article, I guess. I was hoping maybe she would tweet about it, but I don't think she does. Right? No, she's not. She doesn't tweet about it. Right? All right. Now, I will say this, though. So then, like, Anna Paulina Luna reached out to her and she says, I was shocked. I'd never seen anyone in politics treat me that way. That's what made me say, I don't care to keep this a secret anymore. Dude, right? Someone in politics ignored her. The governor ignored her. And so she's like, I got to switch parties. Dude, she was never a Democrat. Okay? She was never a Democrat, boss. You know what I'm saying? Never a Democrat. Now, I want to add another thing though about Nicki, okay? That like the other reason Nicki went to the Republicans is because her husband and her, I believe it's her brother, are both rapists, and like one of them's been doing some CSA. Okay, so the MAGA pedophile cult is like the next logical step, right? Russell Brand, rape charge, he becomes a Republican. Nicki Minaj gets surrounded by rapists, she becomes a Republican. And she needed a green card, okay? She was an undocumented person, but boy, dude, MAGA sure didn't have a problem with the undocumented person when she was like, oh yeah, I'll trash the Democrats. in exchange for a green card, right? So entitled, okay? So entitled. And I mean, guys, let me just say this, okay? I don't know about you, but I have a policy, okay? And my policy is this, is that like when there's a grapist or, you know, an Epstein pederast in power, I don't want anything from you. You know what I'm saying? If you're a grapist, like if Harvey Weinstein could get me a directing career, I don't want a directing career if I'm getting it from Harvey Weinstein, okay? I don't want a political fucking promotion or a better opportunity if I'm getting it from some nasty, like hateful motherfucker. If Matt Walsh came and decided to secretly fund my fucking YouTube channel, I do not want money from Matt Walsh, okay? I don't want to get funded from degenerate, hackneyed fuckers. You know what I'm saying? Like there's just no way, boss. You know what I mean? But look at this though. Newsom ignored Nicki getting swatted. Luna actually helped. That's why she's full Trump now. Democrats treat their own like garbage. Yeah, dude. Oh shit, I didn't realize. Oh wait, I can just call fucking Tina Kotek up, and if she doesn't take my calls, that means she's treating Democrats like garbage. So then I switch to Republican Party. Give me a fucking break, dude. All right, give me a break, boss. All right. You like my Second Amendment? Let's go. All right, now, guys, for me, I'm just going to tell you, I do have one thing that I do want to look at with Nicki Minaj here. Hold on. There's one thing I do want to say about Nicki Minaj is this, dude. Dude, this shit is like so annoying, boss. This is so annoying. Like, what the hell, bro? What is this? Right? You know what I mean? Like, what even is this? She uses this Chucky doll all the time. Nicki Minaj does. I guess it's her thing that is supposed to be some like, it's supposed to mean her or... dude, I don't know. It's just so weird for her to use this weird, like, evil Chucky doll as like her symbol. It's very strange, boss. Dude, very strange. But Nicki, no offense, buddy, but no one cares. All right, let's see what we got here.
After she appeared with Trump, she made headlines because she announced that her United States citizenship paperwork was finally being finalized and fast-tracked because she was an undocumented immigrant from Trinidad and Tobago and came here when she was 5 years old. Further, there is speculation that she is seeking a presidential pardon for her husband who was a registered sex offender and who pled guilty to manslaughter and served 7 years in prison. Or perhaps her brother, who is serving a sentence of 25 years to life in a New York State prison for predatory sexual assault against a child and child endangerment. So I would speculate that perhaps the reason that she has gone MAGA is for personal reasons.
Yeah, it kind of would seem like it. But Nicki Minaj says she turned MAGA after Gavin Newsom completely ignored me. Dude, how entitled do you have to be to say that, like, I'm switching my entire political party? Which, guys, switching your political party, that's a big belief system change, right? You know, like the political party just overturned the Voting Rights Act, the one she joined, and they're trying to dismantle the Civil Rights Act. They don't believe in abortion. They are all for packing the prisons. You know, I mean, dude, it's like weird that like, all right, if you're mad at Newsom and, oh, I hate you, even if you're that entitled that you feel like the governor needs to bend over for you, I could understand if you're like, fuck Gavin Newsom. I hate Gavin Newsom. Screw him. I'm going to campaign against him and president because he ignored me because I'm an entitled, rich, crazy person. I would totally understand that. But like, okay, all my political beliefs that I've held my whole life, now I'm mad at Gavin Newsom, so now I'm going to go switch and be a Republican. Like, that's crazy. Dude, that is crazy. I know she's lying. I know she's making some shit up. She's trying to just anti-Gavin Newsom because she's either lying or she is fucking insane, okay? You know, I mean, but guys, my sister, I have a half-sister who did this, okay? My half-sister switched to Republican during the Obama administration. And do you want to hear why? Wait till you hear this, guys. This is crazy. You ready? You ready? Drum roll, please. So my half-sister was a Democrat. And during the Obama administration, she got a government job, okay? My half-sister, Julie. And her boss, while she had a government job, would not let her use her what do you call it? Fucking, dude, why am I blanking out? I can't even remember what it was called. It used to, before the iPhone, we had all your songs in it. Dude, what? iPod, thank you. Dude, why could I not remember that? Like, holy shit. We are so fucking, dude, we're so far advanced in technology. Dude, her iPod, her boss, I know, dude, it's the dementia. Wait, it's a giraffe. I swear, giraffe, donkey, dog. Okay, I'm good. I don't have iPod. Dude, so my half-sister's boss, she got a government job, and her boss at the government job during the Obama administration would not let her use her iPod at work. He required her to work without having her iPod headphones in. So she switched from Democrat to Republican. She held that manager against Obama and the Democratic Party in general and switched to become a Republican. Is that not the most insane shit you have ever heard? Dude, it is like, holy shit, now I know she's a Republican because only a Republican would be that fucking stupid. Okay? You know what I'm saying? Only a Republican would be that dumb, dude. Only. There's no way a non-Republican would be that stupid. I mean, that shit is cray, dude. Like, zonked. Unbelievable. Just so you guys know, we start early now. We have started on new hours, 9 p.m., and we're trying it out for like a month, okay, to see what it does to the overall numbers. And then I'm just going to tell you this, guys. We're going to look at it for a month and see what happens. And because part of it is like better hours for me to be able to get more videos done. And so we're going to see how it works. And then after a month or 6 weeks, we'll reassess. And then maybe we'll go back to 10. Maybe we'll stay at 9. Maybe we'll move to 8, right? We'll see. But just so you know. Dude, that shit is crazy. The iPod. All right, Nicki. Smell ya. Dude, there we go. Jesus, dude. It's unfortunate, guys. Pine box. Pine box. Let's go. Yeah, Lone Wolf. Lone Wolf. But how did that have anything to do with Obama? Yeah, no, it had nothing to do with Obama. It was simply she was mad at her boss, which made her mad at the government, which made her mad at the president, which made her mad at the president's party. And then as a reaction, she fucking like started voting for the other party. And thereby like probably made her life much more difficult. Dude, isn't that wild? Like, but I think that is an incredible, right? I think that's an incredible MAGA move, guys. Okay? I really do. I think it's a MAGA move to be that like resentment based. That's kind of what MAGA is about, guys. And even with the Nicki Minaj, she got upset because of Gavin Newsom or whatever, and her resentment made her choose the other side. And I think in general that MAGA people go MAGA when they're resentful. Okay? You get mad and I've been wronged. And so now I'm going to go wreak havoc from this other political party. I'm going to go cause damage because of my resentment. That's kind of a right-wing thing. I think, I think it's fucking bullshit. But now, while we're on the MAGA shit, let's look at this little bit, guys, because look at what I found today, dude. Now, I'm going to give you an advance warning that what we're going to watch here is a little bit unpleasant, okay? But this is this is a MAGA grandma, all right, going to her black neighbor's yard and calling him the N-word, okay? This is Kathy Miller, who was the chair of the Trump campaign in Ohio. This is like a county Trump campaign chair in Ohio, and she serves as a Republican city official and mentor, and she says, you can go after yourself, you damn N-word, right? And she's a licensed real estate agent and property manager, elected as a board person in the township trustees, 20 years ago. But she's freaking out at her neighbor. And, because of some driveway stakes, it looks like some marker stakes. Like, I don't know if this guy's making a driveway and she's upset about the driveway, but like she has a fucking bender here. Dude, what is like this outfit, bro, is like crazy. Okay, he's marking off where he's going to make the driveway, but here we go.
You pull him out of my yard. You can go fuck yourself, you goddamn fucking ass nigger.
Dude, what the fuck, bro?
Minnesota Police is gonna love this. You know that, right? You're in their files already. I'm so glad. That's good.
Dude.
That's good. That's rich. You're real mature. You're going a lot of places.
Dude, she's
places.
like, delete it! She's screaming, delete it! Dude, what the fuck? Dude, she went like hard R on this guy, okay? And now, as you can see, this guy, apparently, he's staking off where he's gonna make a driveway. And she, for some reason, is insisting that that's on her land or something, on her property, which, I mean, it's pretty easy. Go get a fucking surveyor out there if that's your property and mark off your property. But like, dude, to drop the hard R, right, is crazy. And then this guy is so calm and he's like, yo, real mature. Like, and then she's like, delete it. Delete it. Delete it. It's like, yo, dude. So that is Kathy Miller. Okay. Let's see what we got here. All right. So this was, you ready for this though, guys? Check this out. See, I'm a little disappointed here though, guys. Okay. I mean, I'm astonished at this, but what I'm disappointed about is that this happened 10 years ago. Okay. And so I'm feeling a little bit fucking irritated that this piece of information is being presented today and the person presenting it did not mark that it is 10 years ago. Like they didn't specify that because I thought this literally just happened. Okay. And I should have fucking looked into that. So I don't know about you guys, but I get a little irritated with that when we do this on the left, which is I have no problem if you're going to dredge up a clip from, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, whatever. You want to rehash an old clip, okay? You want to rehash an old clip and like bring it back to remind us? Absolutely. But I don't like when you post this and then we get all up in arms and it looks like, whoa, this is 10 years ago, okay? Because let's look at it. So here's the article about it. Trump campaign chair in Ohio County resigns after making racially charged comments. Okay. And this was way back in 2016. Kathy Miller, chair of the Trump campaign in Mahoning County, Ohio, resigned Thursday. All right. After Miller made racially charged remarks to The Guardian. Oh, wait a second. Hold on, dude. Oh, you know what? Dude, no way, bro. You know what, guys? Wait a second. Guys, I think this may have been recent. Okay? I'm serious. No, I take it all back. Okay? Guys, I take it all back because this is not this event. 10 years ago, she was making inflammatory comments to The Guardian. Okay? When she was working for Trump, she resigned because she made a bunch of statements about black people and about Black Lives Matter. Okay, look at this. She was like saying to black people, if you're black and you haven't been successful in the last 50 years, it's your own fault. You've had every opportunity it was given to you. She then said, you've had the same schools everybody else went to. You had benefits to go to college that white kids didn't have. You had all the advantages and didn't take advantage of it. It's not our fault, certainly. Okay? So my God, dude, she was toxic back then, saying the Black Lives Matter movement was a stupid waste of time and lower voter turnout among blacks has to do with the way that they are raised. So, dude, I take it all back. I thought when I saw the headline, I thought this was that event. And it's like, no, it's a progression, okay? She went from being in charge of the Republican Party in Mahoning County and stepping down because she was so anti everybody. And 10 years later, she's calling her neighbors the N-word, dude, with dropping the hard R. Oh my God. I stand corrected. I jumped down. I totally read that wrong. So she's back in the news. Jesus, dude. Unreal, boss. Yeah, because you know what's crazy about this is like the dude, the N-word thing happened just the other day, dude. It's brand new. Isn't that crazy? It's literally brand new. All right. So there she is. Oh my God, dude. So this happened. I don't know what the date is on this. It says that Oh, yeah. So, no, this is recent. It happened like 10 days ago, guys, because she resigned again, okay? She flipped out on him. She called her neighbor the N-word, and then the footage circulated until it found a city hall, and she had a city-appointed volunteer position that she's held for the last 3 years, and she just fucking resigned again, dude. Dude, she is like the racism resigner. Oh my God, dude. What the fuck, bro? Dude, what is going on, bro? Jesus. Like, dude, this woman, bro. Oh my God. Guys, this is MAGA, okay? There is like more to MAGA. This is like some of the most MAGA shit I have ever seen, guys. 100% MAGA, dude. Jesus. Delete that. Delete that. Delete that. Oh, guess what? We just deleted you. All right, Kathy Miller from Mahoning County. You just got deleted. I want to see where Mahoning County is. I wonder if it's near Columbus or Cleveland. I'm guessing it's near Columbus. All right. Oh, no, I was wrong. It's over by Akron. All right. Dude, by Youngstown. Oh, Jesus. Dude, that's pretty racist over there. Yikes. It's by Pennsylvania border, Northeast Ohio. Just so you know, here, I'll show you. We're going to look at this real quick. So there's the map, okay? Here's Columbus, right? Cleveland's up here. Akron is right there. Mahoning is right by Youngstown, all right? Which is right basically on the border. Mahoning County is right there, Youngstown, right? Dude, Akron, it's pretty racist over here, dude, in Ohio. This is like Proud Boys country. I don't know if you've ever been to Eastern Ohio. So I played a bunch of shows, and Cleveland and Cincinnati are you know, big metropolises. Cincinnati in particular is you know, pretty like racially diverse. Columbus is pretty gnarly. Okay. Columbus is pretty crazy, but dude, Cincinnati's badass. But when you get up here, up fucking, you know, on the Pennsylvania side, it's pretty white trashy. You know, it really is. It's real like steel mill kind of like, you know, steel mill whites, right? Steel mill whites, guys, right? Rubber capital of the world. That's Akron, right? Dude, I played in Akron. There's a club there, a very famous club called the Lime Spider. And I played in Akron. Dude, Akron sucks, bro. Dude, it sucks. It is so shitty. Like, dude, I got into the craziest argument with, like, I don't know, some like anti-abortion activist girl who was like 19 years old and was like reading me Bible verses and shit. And I was like, dude, I'm gonna get a fucking restraining order on you if you don't get away from me, dude. Dude, she was like, I thought she was trying to like pick me up by just making me like extraordinarily angry at her. And I was like, fuck, bro. Give me some holy water, dude. I'm gonna make... Dude, she was nuts, dude. She was crazy. She was crazy. I would see some loopy ones. Dude, no, Akron is terrible, dude. The Lime Spider was cool. The club was neat, and the people who worked there were amazing. But dude, Akron is a shithole, boss. That shit is a Schmidt hole, boss. It is. Terrible. That's crazy. She's 70 years old, right? Holy shit. Isn't that wild? Dude, 70 years old. That's so funny. Isn't that wild though? Right? That like I saw the headlines and thought the headline was about what she did, only to find out that after she resigned, she's just gotten worse, which is kind of funny though, guys, because it sort of shows you that anybody who adopts this attitude of like, if you're not successful as a black person, it's because you're not working hard enough or you're not like, right? And that's a lot of people in the MAGA right, like to have that attitude of like, there's opportunity, you're just not using it. And you really see that, no, these are the people screaming the hard R at their neighbors, are the people saying that shit, right? Dude, we don't know about the driveway worthy because that was 10 days ago. So I'm assuming he's getting his driveway, and I'm assuming that she is probably hiding in the house for a little bit because, you know, she's now national news, and that shit literally just came out. I bet it's going to spread a lot faster. She just resigned on May 4th, 10 days ago. She resigned from her job. So screw her. Kathy Miller, screw you. Yo, Kathy, what's up? What's up, you old hag? Yeah, no, I saw the video. Yeah, I mean, I'm not exactly sure what you thought was going to happen. You know, you walking away in a huff and then you, oh, delete it, oh, delete it. Yeah, that kind of makes it look real bad. And the fact that you've been doing this shit for more than a decade, just being a fucking dumb MAGA idiot, it's not really working in your favor. So, you know what? You know, fuck off. All right? All right. Yeah, no, we're sending you to Africa. You need some hospitality training. All right? We understand you're probably a Christian, so we have a nice bus ticket to Uganda. We're going to send her on the bus. Yeah, don't tell her about that ocean thing. All right? Let that be a surprise. Yeah, no, the bus. It's the bus to Uganda. Yes, make sure you get in there and wear something heavy, like a heavy belt will be perfect for the trip. Keep you anchored, all right? Keep you centered on your journey. All right, we love you. Not really. Fuck you. Bye-bye. Oh, there we go. Dude, let's go. All right. Dude, I just want her to be safe on her on her journey. Shipping container. Dude, D's nuts. Oh shit. That's funny. A shipping container. Yes. Oh man, dude. Oh, dude, that just her moment of clarity here.
I'm so glad. That's good. That's good. That's rich. You're real mature. You're going a lot of places. You're going places.
Delete it. Delete it. Delete it. Delete it. Delete it. Dude, her voice sounds like Trumpy's voice. Oh, delete it. Oh, I shit my pants. Oh, my knee brace. Delete it. Dude, let's go. Isn't it funny how all the racists are like, they're so like so sympathetic after they get caught, right? Although now, are we going to see a GoFundMe? Is she going to raise like $4 million in a GoFundMe? Probably not. I still think though, guys, the Shiloh Hendricks person who did that GoFundMe where she screamed the N-word at that black kid, I think she got astroturfed. I think a like a group promoting like racial strife in America funded a lot of her like $1 million. I think those things get like, Heritage Foundation. The France phone, let's go. All right, you ready? Let's see what we got, guys. All right, we're going to look at one more thing, guys. It's short one tonight, guys. Okay, tonight is a little bit of a short one. But I think we do have to look at this Spencer Pratt thing, okay? Because this Spencer Pratt shit is pretty gnarly. Okay, so let's look at this, dude. All right. Dude, LA, you got one job, LA. All right? Dude, I'm nervous. I am nervous about the LA mayor race, okay? Because the fire hit it. ICE. Trump ravaged LA with ICE. There's just a lot of tension. LA's been through a lot in the last year and a half. And part of the reason why Trump ravaged LA with ICE and he's been withholding funding for the fires is because they're trying to make LA so unpleasant, hoping that the mayor and people get blamed, hoping they can cram some MAGA shitter like Spencer Pratt or Steve Hilton or the gay sheriff Chad Bianco into power. They really want to get some inroads into LA. And in particular, Trump wants to bring ICE in there and just gut it. Now, Spencer Pratt is a reality TV star from a show called The Hills. And then he married some woman and they spent like $10 million real fast. He's bad with money. He's a swollen MAGA shitter. And he's trying to pretend like he's nonpartisan. And he's got a lot of money behind him. Okay, is that his wife, Heidi Montag? I've never heard of this guy until this mayor race. I'd never heard of him. I don't watch reality TV unless the only reality TV I ever watched was Project Runway, right? Because I like that shit. I like the fashion shit. And so Project Runway I used to watch. But other than Project Runway, I don't watch any reality TV. I like scripted, okay? I think reality TV is too low-grade drama. But anyway, I had never heard of this guy, okay? But I guess they spent a lot of money. They're just totally irresponsible. But here's the deal. So this guy's house in the Palisades burned down, and then he became this crusader. And now he has a lot of money. Okay, a lot of money behind him. They're making AI videos. They're making all kinds of shit. Every day there's a new AI video. There's an anti-Karen Bass song. There's a whatever, he's pretending he's Batman, this, that, and the other. And then on social media, there is endless trove of, you comment under his shit and you instantly get ratioed in the replies with supportive comments. And in fact, this guy, let me see here. He already blocked me. Okay, dude, he already blocked me. All right, so here's his campaign ad, though.
This is where Mayor Vance lives. You notice something? Or here, where Nithya Raman's $3 million mansion sits. They don't have to live in the mess they've created where you live. This is where I live. They let my home burn down. I know what the consequences of failed leadership are. That's why I'm running for mayor.
So
he says,
this is where I live. Okay, you see that? This is where I live. And he's got an Airstream trailer on a patch of land. This is where I live. But here's the problem. That's not where he lives. Okay? That is not where he lives. And you know where he lives, guys? Let me just tell you. He doesn't live in a rental. Okay? He doesn't live in a small apartment in Santa Monica. He doesn't live in a back house in Van Nuys. He doesn't live in an Airbnb in, Hollywood. Do you know where Spencer Pratt lives, guys? He lives in the Bel-Air Hotel, guys. Whoa. Wait a second, right? He's staying in the fucking Hotel Bel-Air, right? $2,000 a night, guys. Hotel Bel-Air. It's not even the Beverly Hills Hotel, which is crazy, but he is in the Hotel Bel-Air. He's staying in a hotel, guys. In a fucking hotel, right? Like where, okay, now you've got a concierge. You have people fucking he's probably paying to do his laundry. And guess who's probably paying for this, guys? I will bet you any amount of money that his campaign is picking up the tab for this. What do you want to bet that the campaign is paying for this? That this guy's like, oh, I got all this campaign funding. I'm running. I'm going to go pick the most posh LA Bel-Air hotel. I'm going to be sitting there. I'm getting massages, charging them to the campaign. My lady's getting facials and pedicures, charging them to the campaign. Having them do my laundry and my dry cleaning, charging to the campaign. DoorDash. I wonder what the DoorDash bill is with this guy. He's grifting in a major, major way, guys, while simultaneously pretending like he's living in an Airstream. Okay, there he is. Oh, wait, there's the Airstream. This is where I live, right? I mean, he's got it up on cinder blocks. Look at him all, right? But no, that's not where you live, Spencer. You're in Bel-Air, right? Getting your butthole bleached by a fucking, by a fucking dermatological worker, right? While your wife's getting a massage from like 5 massage therapists, right? I mean, but guys, you ready? It gets worse, okay? So watch this. Spencer Pratt has gained traction in his campaign for LA mayor by showing what he says Karen Bass did to his family, forcing them to live in a trailer after his home burned down. Though Pratt has really been staying at the Bel-Air Hotel Bel-Air, for more than a month, okay? $2,000 a night. Okay, the hotel is also decked out with a swimming pool, plunge pool, spa, restaurants, tennis courts, the work. And you've got to check out the Swan Lake Suite, which goes for $8,000 a night. Okay, now we don't even know how expensive this guy's room is, but he's been living in a hotel, okay, for a month. At least $60,000 a month before any of the amenities, before any of the spa treatments or the tennis courts or whatever, right? Whatever he's doing there and whatever his bill is with the restaurant and drinks, etc. Okay? That is insane. Again, he's a liar. Again, it's the misrepresentation. I'm one of you. I'm one of you. I'm living here. My home burned down. I'm so hurt in this situation. I want to do good. But I'm staying at, spending $80,000 a month to stay at the Hotel Bel-Air, right? Plus food, $100,000 a month. But I'm really, I'm going to go back to that trailer one day. And then guys, okay, you ready for this? It gets worse, okay? It gets worse. Just when you thought the grifter who's lying about being in a trailer but living in the Hotel Bel-Air, I'm sorry, I keep fucking that shit up, all right? But it gets worse, guys, all right? And don't say I didn't warn you. But so you ready? All right, so watch this, all right? Let me find it here. Again, he's getting fucking, he's getting AstroTurf by Elon. But you ready? Look at this, dude. Spencer Pratt signed a contract to document the first family if he's elected mayor of Los Angeles, right? And that's his woman. Jesus, dude, what in the Mar-a-Lago face is that? Holy shit. But look at that, guys. Isn't that crazy? Dude, she is like frightening looking. If elected, show cameras will roll in office. Okay? There it is. Says Spencer Pratt could be back in the reality show biz if he's elected mayor. Okay, Pratt inked a deal with LA production company Boardwalk Pictures to roll cameras as he runs for mayor. The production team is about to begin filming with Spencer, his wife Heidi Montag, and their kids throughout his political journey. Okay? What's really interesting is his sources say filming would not stop if he gets sworn into office. The contract specifically provides that the show would go on. Okay, we're told Spencer and his production company have not put the cart before the horse. As of now, everyone's focusing on the campaign. Okay, but it is included in this. So what this guy is doing is this guy is mounting a campaign for mayor, but what he's really doing is he is using the reality TV and all that funding, the AI videos, the campaign to try and kickstart his actual reality TV career. He's not even in office, okay? So it says Heidi Montag and the kids are a big part of the show. She's living outside LA with the kids in the aftermath of the fires. Spencer is spending most of his time in LA running for office. And if he wins, they will presumably be living in the mayor's mansion in Hancock Park. Okay, Hancock Park is like south of Hollywood and you know, east of you know, the La Brea, east of Miracle Mile. I used to live in Miracle Mile. Hancock Park is kind of like between Miracle Mile and fucking Eagle Rock, essentially. Right? So his thing is this whole thing is just him juicing his reality TV campaign. Okay? Right? He's lying about, you know, and the other thing about this, guys, is like, so there's no city in America, okay? There is no city in America right now that is not dealing with homelessness, drug addiction, increasing property values. These really big cities, LA, Seattle, Chicago, New York, Miami, they're getting hit really hard, okay? The coastal cities, San Francisco, getting hit very hard, okay? There's been a lot of, you know, regulations trying to like slow the growth of these cities, and then those regulations and venture capitalists coming in and buying up properties and realizing they can elevate the price floor by leaving properties vacant while the property values just escalate to exorbitant, like, you know, levels. It has created a lot of problems in our cities. But yes, the point is, though, is this guy has no experience in anything, guys. It's not like this guy has government experience, but like, okay, forget the government. What experience do you have running a business? Oh, he doesn't have good experience running a business. He shit on his career. His career failed, okay? And then he spent all of his wife's money on crazy spending sprees, buying crystals and shit because they thought the world was going to end. So he failed in a career, and then he blew all their money because he's irresponsible with money. And then he's resentful because his house burned down. And instead of him like reacting like a normal human being, this guy's like, no, now I want to run a city and like maybe what? Run that into the ground? Like destroy the city like you destroyed your career? Spend all the money in the city like you spent all the money in your career? Like this guy couldn't even manage to save $10 million, right? He couldn't live on $10 million for 10 years, but he thinks he's going to solve homelessness. I'm sorry, buddy. If you have $10 million and you blow that in a year, you ain't solving homelessness, okay? You are going to bankrupt a casino like Trump, but you sure as fuck can't solve homelessness, right? Lying about a trailer and living in the Hotel Bel-Air, okay? You know? I mean, dude, I would spend a lot of money and still have money left with $10 million, okay? Give me a break, dude. If you can't manage 10 million in cash, you can't be mayor of a city, dude. Dude, right? Remember what he said? His thing was, I'm going to put up signs that say no robbing, okay? And then I'm going to give them 3 weeks. And then I'm going to arrest them, or maybe they'll leave. Maybe the homeless people will leave. Dude, this guy is a con, okay? He is a con. But man, dude, he is like, his shit is astroturfed, bro. It is. Dude, when I left a comment under here, okay, look at this. They blew $10 million fortune on a lavish lifestyle, including $30,000 shopping sprees, $1 million on clothes, and massive spending triggered by a belief that the world would end in 2012. Okay? Right? Dude, look at this. The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air stream. Dude, that's amazing, bro. Oh, man, dude. Right? But they're trying to sell this guy, dude. I'm sorry, but you know, this guy though, look at him. He's got the crinkled brow. Dude, this guy looks familiar, dude. He looks like, who does he look like? Dude, he looks like fucking a swollen version of somebody, right? He does. He looks like somebody familiar, like a swollen version of somebody that I know. Oh my God. I think he looks like the old owner of the old owner of a bar that I used to fucking work in, boss. Hold on. I'm going to hide the guy's name because I don't want to. Oh my God, he does, dude. I'm going to show you. I used to work, Jake, watch bar if you're still in chat. I used to work at a bar, a local bar here, and this bar got bought by this crazy alcoholic dude. And dude, he looks just like Spencer Pratt, dude. There's no way. This guy is my old boss, the owner of a bar I worked at, and there is Spencer Pratt. Tell me they don't look like fucking twinsies. Dude. Oh shit, bro. Twinsies. Oh man, dude. That's crazy, boss. Jake, isn't that funny, dude? So the watch bar, Jake worked at that bar with me. I got fired. For like telling him off, right? We had a work meeting where they were telling us how bad we were doing. And I stood up and was like, no, we're not the problem. I'm like, you're the problem. You have tables that are crooked. Our menus are written in Sharpies and shit. And you guys are fucking this bar up. Like, I used to make good money here. And now that other bars are in the neighborhood and you guys have mismanaged this shit, I'm making hardly any money. Right? Like, you guys are fucking blowing this. It ain't on us. You guys don't know what the fuck you're doing. And they fired me the next day, dude. And I was like, thank you. Thank you, dude. I hate this fucking job. I hate you guys. Fuck you. Dude, do me a favor. Right? Dude, you got fired over the phone before a meeting? Of course, dude. Dude, I was like, fuck you, bro. I don't care, dude. The next day, the manager, he's like, I hate to do this. I'm like, I know you're firing me, boss. Don't feel bad. I hate this fucking place, dude. I've never been more happy about leaving a fucking job. Here's the key. I already got it off my ring. Dude, thank you very much. Fuck you very much. I will smell you later, dude. Dude, yes. If Zuckerberg fucked Spencer Pratt, okay, this would be the results, dude. Oh, shit, boss. Oh, my God. All right. Let's go. Oh, shit. You are so beautiful to me. Can't you see? You're everything I hope for. You're everything I need. Dude, what year did you see that? I got fired in, that was like, shit, what year was that, boss? I think that was like 2012, right? I think I got fired in 2012. Okay, what year did you get fired, Jake? I got fired in 2012. And then I'm going to tell you a little story about the firing. So I got fired. I had worked there for 9 years. And I was over it. I mean, really, the money had gone downhill. The bar was going downhill. And we had UFC nights. The clientele was shitty. Okay. And then, so that was 2012. And then what I decided when I got fired, it was the summer. And I was like, you know what? I'm not even looking for another job. I was like, fuck this, guys. I'm not going to look. I had like $2,000 in the bank. My rent was $900 a month, but I was like, you know what? I'll figure it out. Okay. I want to be an actor. I've been going on auditions. I'm going to just be an actor. Fuck this. And then a week later, right? And Bryce was playing football and I was coaching his team. So I was like, screw it. I'm not going to look for a job. A week later, I got my first acting role, the lead in a play. And in the audition for that play was the first time I saw Jenny. Okay, we didn't meet until a year later, but I met Jenny through that play because of the director of that play. And then a couple months later, when I ran out of money, I got a phone call from a friend of mine who I used to serve drinks to, and she was managing the Doug Fur. And then I got a bartending job where I made way more money. It was way cooler and way better than that place. So it worked out, like shining that place off, man. Right? Is this just how MAGA candidates are going to be now? Yeah, see, unfortunately, Brett, here's what's going on with Spencer Pratt. And again, I don't know that he's going to win. I hope LA doesn't fuck around and fuck this up. But here's what happens, guys, is the new MAGA strategy, okay? The new MAGA strategy is to have a profile and then run on resentment, okay? And that's it. So that's what opened the door. Like Trump sort of has created a new pathway to politics, which is I'm not a politician. And like everything sucks right now. So vote for me to get back at the people that made it suck. Okay. So they're running on voters punishing their elected officials by denying them office. That's essentially what the new roadmap is I'm a good speaker. Can appear like a regular guy because I'm kind of an actor and I can make a bunch of content that exacerbates the misery or the ways that you're frustrated. And then you're going to vote for me to get back at the politicians. And it's kind of like dating, and then people are like dating somebody that's going to piss off their parents. That's essentially what's going on. It's that fucking dynamic. Dude, elite. Let's go, baby. Good to see you, boss. Fortnite Saturday. Let's go. But yeah, so that's it. They're getting elected because of resentment, right? Let's get back at them. Dude, crazy shit. All right. Yeah, that's his brand, being a prick. Yeah, see, I didn't know his brand. I just know that he's a liar and he's disingenuous. And his campaign, for me, guys, it's his campaign, guys. That's problematic, okay? His campaign is like super astroturfed. His campaign is super, like, there's so much money and manipulation behind it, right? There is so much money and manipulation behind this shit where, like I said, you comment under his things, and there's an instantaneous ratios, right? The minute you hold him accountable for his lies, he blocks you. I mean, and technically he shouldn't be able to block with this account being used for campaign purposes. Like, I think I could sue him to unblock me, but, but fuck him, right? Everything is just trying to weaponize the homeless, though. You know, because like the thing about it is, guys, is homelessness is an issue. It is, but it's not just LA. Nobody has a solution for the homeless, you know, and, you know, if we did, we would just fix it. But it's a very complicated problem that involves consent and addiction and mental illness and, you know, lack of social safety net and socialized thinking of like bootstraps and no health care and, you know, like people wanting to just not see the problem instead of actually doing some shit, you know what I mean? So there's a lot of issues around this. Dude, End Grain, let's go. Astros suck, but M's with the satisfying series win. Let's go. We're going, baby. We're going. Again, guys, we have started on a new time schedule. Okay, we have started on a new time schedule, and so we're streaming at 9 p.m. We're gonna do that for like a month or 6 weeks, and then readjust. And we may be going back to later. We may be going earlier. But yeah, Florida is huge homeless issue in Florida. That's like the number 3 homeless population. Florida and Washington are like neck and neck for number 3. But let me tell you this, guys. I want to highlight some things about homelessness. Okay, number 1, the problem is you can't move people without consent. That's number 1. If somebody's homeless and they don't want to move, they don't want to go to wherever there's housing, you can't like force them. Or maybe you can force them. I don't know, but there are consent issues. Number 2 is many of these people have developed addictions either before they got out there or as a result of being homeless. That's number 2. There is a lot of addiction. Now, the other thing that's hard is like you can't force people to get clean. You know, people can only get off drugs when they're ready to get off drugs. So that's complicated. Number 3 is a lot of people have mental health issues, right? So that's a struggle. There's not adequate mental health care in this country at all. Okay, now number 4, and this is one that I personally experienced that doesn't get talked about, but I'm telling you, it's very real. I was houseless for a year in LA. I had a job. I thought, okay, I'll sleep on the beach. I'll sleep in my car. I'll be fine. I'll crash on people's couches. But what I discovered being houseless, guys, is when you no longer have a barrier between you and the world and you're just in public all the time, your brain changes, okay? I actually got an affliction, a mental health affliction from like overexposure to the public. I shit you not. Even though I had a job, even though I had money, that lack of being able to close a door, you get a type of overexposure that made me hypervigilant. It made me like manic in a weird way. I had trouble sleeping. I got real distrustful of everyone. I felt overwhelmed all the time. Like there's a thing that happens when you're in public all the time that fucks up your brain. You like a safety barrier gets taken away and you get this hypervigilance that is really toxic. Now, the reason why I bring this up is even when you move people off of the street, you give them housing, you whatever, get them work, that hypervigilant affliction is not gone, guys. They will destroy their relationships or their new job or their relationship with their landlord or their roommates or whatever because of that like PTSD from being on the street. So we need to get them housed and taken care of, but they also need like mental health care to cure that PTSD like affliction, okay? And that's the thing that we don't take into account. Getting them off the street is just like step 1. And that's when the work really begins, you know? So there's a lot, you know, there's a lot. And then for some people who've been out there for so long, they just want to live on the streets. And you can't really force those people away. You know, I mean, in theory, you know, like, I don't know. It's just a super complicated issue. Now somebody said Finland figured it out. I'm going to look into Finland. I will say this, though, is that, you know, like sometimes the answer is just as simple as like giving them a place to house and giving them some help, you know? You know what I'm saying? And like, you know, it's pretty crazy. Lost everything when your dad sold the house, had to live with a friend for years. Yeah. I mean, for me, guys, it was that mental aspect that I was not prepared for. I had no idea. And I can just tell you that the mental aspect of it, like the mental like scenario was the hardest part of, you know, just that overexposure being in public all the time. Dude, Chris Birch, let's go. Thank you for the 10-month membership. Let's go. Appreciate you, boss. All right, guys. I know a lot of people are like not liking the earlier time, but I will say this, guys. The earlier time is partially to see if there's a new untapped audience earlier, but part of it is allowing me to make more videos. I needed to switch to an earlier time to be able to make more videos. Like the late streams were making it so I couldn't fucking make videos, you know? I couldn't make as many videos, right? So now I got to go a little earlier. And I know, though, a lot of people like the late stuff, you know, but we'll adjust. And Finland are smart, right? You know what I'm saying? No offense, but you hate it when they block you. But if others do it to you, you want to sue. Can't speak from both sides of your mouth. Dude, I don't know what you're talking about, dude. I don't want to sue Spencer Pratt. I was just making a statement about how people running for governments are not supposed to. It's illegal for them to block people. I don't care that Spencer blocked people, boss. You know what I'm saying? You're just talking out your ass, okay? I don't care about getting blocked, dude. None of that shit bothers me, dude. You know what I'm saying? But it's illegal, though, for public officials to block, right? That was established in court. But these guys don't care about the law. But yeah, you're talking out your ass, boss. I don't give a shit. They can block. They can fucking call me names. Nobody fucking cares, right? You know what I'm saying? Nobody cares. I don't really block people, too. On Twitter, I mute them. But mostly I don't block people unless they say really nasty, like racist shit. Or if they're like harming transgender people, I might block them. But mostly I just mute people. I'm not a huge blocker. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, with the public officials, though, it is a thing, right? So my commenting wasn't about me caring about Spencer Pratt because he's a fucking goof. My comment was about him running for office and operating illegally in every possible way. In addition to just being a liar and a cheater and a sneak, he's also a softie who fucking can't even like follow social media protocol for public officials. Dude, he is a candy ass, boss. Dude, let's go. Jake said he introduced his office to Stephen Carlin. Good. Dude, Stephen Carlin's really nice, too. I actually messaged him on Instagram, and I fucking told Stephen Carlin that I dance to your music every day, and he was actually really nice. All right. I'm going to go make videos. Short one tonight. Let's go. Dude, let's go, baby. Let's get it. I think most of you understood that. I know. Some people are always just looking for a gotcha. 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 Everybody's always looking for a gotcha. That's how you got permission from a Ukrainian artist to remix a song. Let's go. Yeah, I love doing that. I love reaching out. You know what I'm saying? I do. I love reaching out, guys. You know what I'm saying? I do. It's like nice. Well, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Dude, I'm liking the new schedule because I'm able to get more videos done and I'm able to live on a little bit more of a regular, going to bed at 10 a.m. in the morning and getting up at like 2 p.m. is hard. It's hard to maintain, guys. It is, dude. It is, boss. It is like going to bed at 10 a.m. and getting up at 2 p.m. is a hard schedule. So now I got a better one, right? I go to bed at like 6 in the morning now, and I get up at like noon, and I'm able to make more videos, dude. It's much better. I like being able to make a video after stream. That's really important. But I will say this, though, guys, about the time change. I have less viewers when I start early, but I don't know if it's going to stay that way. Like, I don't know if I'm going to have, like, that's why I'm just sussing it out. Like, I don't know if there's going to be more viewers, but it is possible that I will go back to a later time schedule and stream shorter. Like, maybe I'll go back to 10, but stop at midnight. I don't know. We'll see. We're going to play around with it. I just want to maximize my ability to make videos because they're really important. But I know it's also hard that, like, a lot of people were watching me, at the late night, and then I was getting, like, the Europe early morning. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes, right? We'll see. We're going to experiment, though. We're going to experiment and fucking, I think it's important to fucking, to shake things up and see what happens. Right? The insomniac crowd. I know a lot of people who used to stay up till 2 in the morning are like, holy shit, you're leaving at 11:30. What am I going to do for 3 hours? Right? Like, dude, we'd be just heating up right now, but we'll see. We may end up back there. All right. I don't know how it's going to maintain, but we're going to figure it out, dude. All right. Got to take care of the head though, boss. We got a lot of years up. All right. But now I'm going to go. Tonight I'm going a little short. I'm not going to be going this short like regularly, but tonight I just want to, retire a little bit early. Maybe have another rub trade with Jenny, make a video, have a snack, watch some Mariners highlights because they had a good series. And tonight I'm just going to sort of relax because I know tomorrow, hopefully, I have a feeling tomorrow's going to be a crazy news day. I could be wrong, but I kind of feel like tomorrow might be a little wacky, guys. I'm serious. I think tomorrow might be a little wacky. I'm getting some deep vibes, right? We'll see. Let's go. Smells like something's burning. Weird. Smelling like something is burning. I don't know what that smell is. Oh. Oh, shit. Yeah, dude. Yeah, no, Trump was freaking out, right? He was like, like the declining U.S. Dude, the U.S. is definitely declining. Bro, we are kind of fucked, boss. We are. All right, you ready? Let's go, baby. Let's get it. Yo, 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 yo. Oh, dance party, get in. Here we go. Here we go. Let's go! Whoa! Let's go! Dude, thank you. Dude, thank you! Thank you guys for being here. All right. Take care of your head. We go again tomorrow, like we always do. All right. You can always watch videos. You know, there's 3 videos every day. So if you're missing the stream, you can catch up on the videos. And I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm a little out of breath. Take care of your head, baby. We got a long road, guys. We got a long fucking road, boss. Okay, just for the record, long road ahead. I will see you tomorrow. In the meantime, stay radiant. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Good night. Love you.
I just wanna change the world. I just want the perfect girl. I don't wanna hang around, I'd rather be found. It gets better, I wonder, my pleasure together. Everyone's waiting, anticipating. Change the world, but I'm not gonna wait my turn. I don't ever want to come down, I'd rather be found. It gets better, I wonder, my pleasure together. Everyone's waiting, anticipating. It's about you. I would never be alone.